ISnt head coach Sean Nahas following the team's 1-0 loss against Bay FC. Sean, can you just start with your initial thoughts on the match?
I guess here we go again, right? Yeah, I think it's a tale of what the whole season is. We create chances in the first 20 minutes, and then you don't get much after that. I thought we played some good football. Um, yeah, I mean it's definitely there's a consistency there, and I don't know if we even challenged the keeper in the second half, and that's not good enough for us. And um, I think it's until we start doing that, we're going to find ourselves in these situations all the time where we keep teams in it. They get one opportunity and they score. We get four and don't even hit the back. We don't even touch the net. So, and that's just been a consistent theme throughout the season for whatever reason. So, but I thought the football was good. I thought the energy was good. I thought we lacked some ideas in the final third when the game sort of started getting a little bit more pressed. I thought we defended well. But yeah, I'm disappointed for the group because I know how hard they're working, and it's the first. We don't really go through that a lot here in this club, and we're going through it right now. So it's all just part of the learning process, I guess.
Danny Weatherholt made her 2025 debut after being activated off the IR. How good is it to get her veteran presence back available for the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's anytime you can get veteran. We're young, so anytime we can get veteran experience, but she's going to be on minimal minutes for a while because she hasn't played. So it's still building her back up. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's always good to have some veteran experience since we lack a bit of it in the early part of the season.
The crowd still turning out to watch this team. That's got to be encouraging. I mean, fans are here. You guys are just so close. It seems like to get this thing going.
Yeah, but you got to keep them here. So, yeah, I mean, look, the crowd was great, and we couldn't get enough energy out, in us to have them continuous, give them something to cheer about. But they try to urge us on as much as possible, and it's just something that even if you look back at the end of last year, there were signs of this. So it's really about how do we. I told the players we just have to continue to work and push, and they have two choices. They can stay together and right the ship, or they can go in different directions, and then the ship's going to be falling apart at the seams. So, this is if you want to win championships, sometimes you have to go through these things. I know it sucks to hear, but it's the reality, and it's all about how you look at it, right? And I think when you have fans here that are supporting you, we have an obligation to perform. But at the same time, we have to do more to give them something to cheer about. So hopefully we can do that in the coming weeks.
From a coaching standpoint, how do you keep the frustration from creeping in at this point?
For myself?
For everybody, I guess.
I mean, look, everyone wants to win. It's life. Life isn't easy. The greatest coach is life, right? The greatest coach anyone can go through is life. And I think you have to experience these things. Everyone wants things easy, and I tell you right now, I never had things easy. And to be honest with you, if I look back on it, I would never ask for that to change. Because your experiences is what allows you to grow. And if we're gonna be upset and disappointed and frustrated and sad because we don't win a sporting event that we're competing for, then we've lost perspective, right? So we just have to learn. Like I said, the only thing you can do is get back to work. I mean, it's no different than a regular business. You don't get an account you want. You quit. No, you go get the next account. You don't get the job opportunity you want. Do you say, forget it, I'm never going to work again? No, you pick yourself up and you find a way to get another job. Like I don't. But that's a hard thing to tell people when you're competitors. So for myself, I probably, it's hard for me because I know how hard they work. So And it's hard for me as a coach because sometimes you feel as a coach that when you don't get the result, you're letting people down and you're letting players down. And I don't like that feeling. So, yeah, that's what eats at me personally.
You've got a good leader in O'Sullivan. That's got to help, moving forward, trying to get out of this.
Yeah, and you can see her and KK and Ryan. They're giving everything they got. And the one thing I talked to the team about this week is the newer players need to understand what the courage way is. The courage way is competing for 90 minutes. The courage way is for winning the ball back when you don't have it. The courage way is not conceding to the fact that things may not go your way. Not telling yourself you're tired. And I think that's what they show every single day. And I don't talk to Sully about what's going on. I know it eats at her. I mean, she and I have never experienced this, and neither have a lot of the veterans. So, but sometimes these moments make you stronger and build character. And if anything, it's an opportunity to get the team closer together. Like, am I going to lose sleep over it? I'll wake up tomorrow and if I wake up tomorrow and I look around, I'm like, it's not a bad day. There's a lot worse things in the world going on than losing a football match. I tell myself every day not to lose perspective so that I can be there for them. Because if I lose perspective, then it impacts them, and it's not what I want. So, yeah, it's tough because I know how hard everyone tries and the work they put in, but media will say what they want to say, and all the social media will say what they want to say, and that's why I signed off.
You had a strong defensive showing. What are your thoughts on how the back line performed?
Yeah, I thought they were great. I thought Ryan and KK. I thought Macy had a good performance today. Feely did well. I thought overall, defensively we were pretty solid. That does not surprise me. I mean, it's frustrating for them too. Keeping the game close and we're not getting anything out of it on the other side. So, yeah, that's one group that I'll never question. But if you look at the experience minus Mace, you look at the experience that group has, it's pretty high, So, yeah, it was a good performance on that side, but still got to figure out how to unlock. We made some changes today on the front line and to try and muster up something different. But there was we created chances, but we still didn't get anything out of it. So now we got to go back to the drawing board.
Trevor with Lions Pitch and podcast this later. Thanks for your time. You talked a lot about process, and you mentioned earlier having the new players learn the courage way. I'm curious what progress you're seeing and what's standing out to you so far this season.
I saw it more this week, probably. I think we sort of had a kumbaya moment in training on Wednesday where the group got together and I met with them, and if you look at the game against Gotham, I just saw a complete effort today. Whereas in Gotham, I saw us go individual in the last 20 minutes, and that's how we got stretched. So that was good. But we're very young age-wise, but we're also very young mentally in some aspects, where we get so emotional about things when things aren't going the way. And I think that's more the courage way, where you got to have a stone cold face and say, that ain't going to fly here. Like, crying is not an option when you're in the middle of a game and things aren't going your way. And not saying that happens, but we have to make sure that, we have 19 and 20-year-olds and who, as long as they give an effort, as long as they show up every day and they represent the courage kit in the right way, I'm okay. Because I can't teach that if they don't. But I saw more signs of it today, but it's got to be consistent.
And then Blake on Zoom.
Hey, Coach, this is Blake Spadano from Blake's Take and W Swish. How do you plan to bounce back after this result, and what lessons can you take from this game moving forward?
How do I plan to bounce back? Train. I can't play. I can't score goals. So, yeah, you just get back to work. And like I said before, there's nothing else you can do. to, we'll review the game on Tuesday and we'll move on. There's nothing to dwell over. Every game should provide learning experiences, and it's our job to pull them out. Showing up Tuesday will probably be tough for some of them, because of the emotions of it. Anytime you can get a win, it always lifts the spirits up. And right now they're finding ways to lose rather than finding ways to win. And but I said this the other day in my press conference before the game is, if you look at the last couple of years, we were 1-4. I think we were 1-4 at one point or something like that. Nick, you may know better than I do, but it's not like it takes us a while to get going. Problem is, we haven't gotten going yet, so we got to be better. And yeah, we'll just get back to work and ride this wave out.
Thank you, Coach.
There's another one I think that has her hand up.